Great. So welcome back to the Oil Collective. Hopefully it will begin. There we go. So today we're talking about stress, sleep, and emotion. And these are all intertwined, and you'll soon see why I have focused on certain emotions which are related to stress and sleep. So firstly, to start, what is stress? I think we all have been in situations, workloads, events, and even people who have caused us to be stressed. But what is stress and how can we address it with essential oils? Stress is the body's physical response to overwhelming actions, emotions, and thoughts, causing our fight or flight response. When stress becomes chronic over time, the capacity of the brain is compromised. So basically, the brain loses the ability to form new connections. The reason why I'm telling you this is because this stress is what is, the stress that we're feeling causes our emotions, the reactions to the stress, changing our mood and behaviors. So again, everything is interconnected. Essential oils support the reprogramming of stress response on a chemical level. So for example, citrus oil. When chemical compounds of a citrus oil are inhaled, it helps the cell to return to their normal state, allowing the interchange of nutrients and toxins to resume. So if you did happen to have citrus oil next to you, just follow along with me. Otherwise, you can do this after our session. So when you open up your citrus oil, if you just gave it a small inhale, you might have that kind of lifting feeling, almost a spark is what I would personally call it. And that is exactly what you're feeling, is the chemical compounds helping the cells return to their normal state, which is quite exciting. So the top solutions for stress, and I'm going to be talking about mainly single oils today, but the top solutions are lavender, calming and relieves stress, rum and chamomile, again calming and helps reduce stress, tangerine and wild orange, so talking about that citrus family again, which is energizing while reducing stress and anxiety and depression. Frankincense helps to reduce depression, trauma, and tension, and vetiver improves focus and sedates. So something I personally do for stress is I love to use a citrus oil as well as a lavender oil, and this could be topically or diffused. So you don't have to just use a single oil, but you can mix them. So why I use lavender and actually wild orange or lemon in particular is when I diffuse it, I like to have that calming atmosphere around me, as well as feel that, that lift out of the mood that I'm feeling, which I'll soon come on to. But that's what I personally like to do. And I also add a few drops of both the lavender and the wild orange oil with a carrier oil, and I massage it to the back of my neck, behind my ears. Heart space is a lovely space to also apply topically too as well, especially since obviously the stress has probably got your heart beating a bit faster, so it just helps to really calm you down and help alleviate that feeling. So just moving on to emotions. And since there are so many emotions that I could discuss, I've tried to focus on emotions associated with stress and changes in mood and behavior. So emotions are such as anxiety, depression, behavioral stress, and this kind of covers the umbrella of addictions and even branching out to eating disorders, the panic, a kind of emotion which might cause the restricted breath or chest pains. Obviously, I'm not one that suffers from panic attacks, but if you have suffered from panic attacks, it comes under this umbrella as well. The kind of lethargic, tired, loss of kind of energy levels due to stress and lack of sleep, nervous tension, and many more. So coming up next is the essential oils to support these particular emotions. So the top solutions bergamot. So bergamot is an uplifting and calming oil, which does help reduce stress and promote a positive mood. Frankincense, again, promoting feelings of relaxation, peace, and overall wellness. Neroli, that helps to support relaxation, promote a positive mood, reduce the feelings of anxiousness. And just while I'm speaking on neroli, and I will come to rosemary in detail soon, but neroli and rosemary are known as the study oils because they really help you concentrate and focus on the task at hand. So I love to use rosemary when I'm sitting down working, trying to get some kind of task out of my way, and I do love to blend citrus oil with rosemary. So predominantly I have rosemary and grapefruit in my diffuser to really create that focus and uplifting atmosphere. So we've also got lavender to help with these emotions. So again, lavender is soothing, calming, and has relaxing benefits. Peppermint, which is invigorating, relieve feelings of tension, supports low energy. So it's a great one to use if you are feeling stressed about the day you have coming up. If you know there's something that's going to kind of just unbalance you emotionally, it's wonderful to use peppermint to help relieve that tension and really get your day started in an uplifting, invigorating way. We also have the citrus family again, so lemon, lime, grapefruit, invigorating, energizing, and helps improve mood. And then, as I mentioned earlier, rosemary, an energizing scent, which does help remove fatigue and helps focus and with your concentration. And again, just a side note on rosemary, I'm not sure if many people have seen this, but sometimes you can get rosemary in water as well. And as I've just mentioned, the focus and concentration aspect of rosemary has helped those with Alzheimer's or dementia as well. So again, your focus and concentration oil is definitely going to be neroli and rosemary. So just touching on some DIY remedies, recipes that I've created for you all. And again, you can interchange the oils that I've mentioned earlier, but I've come up with a lift and calm blend. So 10 drops of frankincense, 8 drops of lavender, 4 drops of peppermint. You combine these oils in a 10 milliliter roller ball and just fill the remaining up with carrier oils such as coconut oil. This is great having these roller balls filled with oil because you can take it in your bag if you're heading to uni or if you do have to go into work. You can just apply it when need be on your pulse points, behind the ears, or any kind of space that you feel will really help you calm and lift your emotion as well. And then moving on to a blend that you can diffuse. So from stress to carefree, it's 6 drops of either lime or grapefruit and 4 drops of neroli. So just diffuse if you do need to remove that discontented, aggravated, nervous or anxious feelings, again creating a very inviting environment for you. Another roller blend for you, a mental clarity blend. So that's 10 drops of lemon, 8 drops of rosemary and 2 drops of peppermint. So you can combine these oils again in the roller ball, fill up with remaining carrier oil and apply where necessary. And just a small note on using peppermint in a roller ball. Again, if you're applying to temples, just be mindful of any kind of skin sensitivity you may have. And I'm not sure if this happens to everyone, but you might notice that sometimes when peppermint's quite close to your eye ducts, it might just make your eyes a bit watery, and you can kind of feel the heat from the peppermint. So just be mindful of how close you are putting it to sensitive areas on your face. And the last DIY recipe I have for you is actually for the bath. So a basic de-stress bath is either a cup of Epsom salts or sea salt combined with half a cup of baking soda and 10 drops of lavender. So if you just drop the oil into the dry mixture of the salt and baking soda, stir and then just add to your tub and soak as you want. So it's a lovely way to end your day. Whatever stress you may have had, what emotions have risen up from your day, just to calm down and have time to regroup, rethink, and really calm down your nervous system. So just moving on to sleep now. And again, when I'm discussing sleep, I am talking about stress, the emotions related to stress and how they are all interlinked. So again, this is such a broad spectrum. So there are other educational pieces I could talk about, but for now, we'll just contain it. So having trouble falling asleep and staying asleep is a prevalent issue. While some might be tempted to excuse away their lack of sleep, depriving your body of sleep has a broad range of negative impacts on your body. So there are a variety of reasons for this, including a high stress modern society, electronics, an increase in sleep related problems as well. There are many sleep aids out there on the market that do promise to alleviate these issues, but many of these methods do have unwanted side effects. So if you have had experience with sleeping pills, potentially you may have woken up a bit groggy, not feeling 100% to start your day. So just little side effects like that. So one huge benefit of using essential oils includes the impact they have on sleep in a natural, balanced way. Many essential oils have calming benefits, and aside from your go-to lavender oil, which I will still speak about, but many of these other oils can be diffused to create a soothing environment that you may need or will need to fall asleep. So as you can see from my sleep slide, single oils such as lavender, again, I think even those who are not familiar with the use of essential oils do know the vast benefits of using lavender to assist with sleep. Vetiver, ideal for creating a peaceful environment and is known to have grounding, calming effects on emotions. Roman chamomile, calming for the skin, mind and body, and the floral scent is also calming for the mind. Clary sage is relaxing, soothing and balancing. It also helps promote a restful night's sleep. Cedarwood, which can be interchanged with frankincense, but cedarwood promotes relaxation and evokes feelings of wellness. And now this is the first time I'm actually mentioning any blends. And the reason for that is doTERRA do have amazing blends that do help support stress, sleep, and emotions. And in particular, Serenity is a great oil that not only comes in the 15 milliliter bottle, but does come in a soft gel form as well. So Serenity helps with providing a restful environment at bedtime, is soothing and is tranquil. And I've got a list of the ingredients in that blend for you there. Balance is a relaxing, tranquil oil that also helps promote peaceful dreams. And personally, I love to use Balance before going to bed, especially on the bottom of my feet. It's just so nice to have that, that aroma and that feeling of calmness and kind of just a pause to the day. And finally, Air. And if you are on the US website or potentially an additional international website, it may come up with Breathe. It's the same oil, just the ingredients will be in a different order, but just different name, same oil. But Air or Breathe promotes restful night's sleep and helps to support your clear airwaves, because a lot of sleep deprivation can come from congestion. And this may not be if you're ill, it might just be having potentially your washing in your room, creating that moisture. It can really change how you're breathing and well, how deep you're breathing as well. So an Air or Breathe is a great way to make sure your body is comfortable and is ready to go into a deep sleep. And aside from oils, something very important to discuss is atmosphere, routine, and environment. So there's no point to create an oil routine if you don't consider your environment. So eat well, avoid high carbohydrate foods which flood the muscles with glucose, because this does cause involuntary muscle movements during sleep, and obviously it disturbs sleep therefore. When you get to the nighttime munchies, it often means your body is tired rather than hungry. So it may just be time to head to bed. Otherwise, try snacking on nuts. We do have potentially one question come up, or not. Oh, and just before I move on to further notes of atmosphere, routine and environment, if everyone can just take note that Anais also totally vouches for Serenity tablets as well. And just discussing how many to take. So taking 2 before going to bed can definitely help get a better quality of sleep. So you don't necessarily sleep longer, but it's more the REM zone, so the restful sleep, rather than your light sleeping. Again, try taking maybe 1 capsule first, and then you can work your way up to 2 capsules. In addition to eating well, so again, if you do have those nighttime munchies, feel free to obviously have some nuts. Nuts provide great protein and fat, which are not only satisfying, but are actually slowly digested. So it won't make you feel bloated or give you any stomach pains as you're trying to fall asleep. And since nuts are high in magnesium, a mineral that helps you calm your nervous system, again, great benefit to trying to go to sleep. Exercising at the right time. If you do prefer exercising at night, maybe just switching up what style of exercise you were doing. Obviously, stretching and yoga are quite mindful and very settling, and they'll help calm the body down through movement and just get ready for a slow, somber sleep. Also, getting into a routine is key. So trying to maintain regular sleep and bed schedule, going to bed at the same time and waking up at the same time. This rhythm will help regulate your internal clock as well. Avoiding bright lights. I'm sure I'm not the only one that should really listen to what I preach, but removing all electronics from your bedroom, such as TVs, computers, mobile phones next to your bed, even the brightness of an alarm clock, just making sure it's either dulled down or even covered so it can still wake you up in time for work. But darkness will help your body produce melatonin, which is the hormone that naturally regulates your sleep. And creating a haven for sleep. So put the various essential oils for sleep. Make sure your bedroom is dark, quiet, not too hot, not too cold, relaxing. Even your bed and pillows are supportive, you get comfortable. Your body needs time to shift into sleep mode. So spend the last hour before bed doing a calming activity such as reading or taking a nice warm bath, using maybe the de-stress bath remedy. So that is probably one of the key points I'd say is, as long as you know your essential oil routine, just try and fit it in with your atmosphere, routine and environment, and don't leave that to the last minute. Make sure they're all intertwined together as well. So next week we have Women's Health and Hormones by Patricia. But the oil blend from this class that I've created is a de-stress, release and rest. So it's a lavender, rosemary and clary sage. And the reason why I have chosen these 3 single oils to provide into a blend, and this would be amazing in a rollerball or even just diffusing as you're going to bed or end of the day. But this is a versatile mix of oils that are soothing, restful and can help support sleep. It also will help de-stress and calm yourself and balance those emotions, so helping you focus and quieten your mind. And I know there is such a broad spectrum of other emotions and oils that can support them, so feel free to ask some questions and we can go through any additional emotions you'd like to discuss. But for now, I'll just exit out of the presentation and you can unmute yourselves or write any comments into the chat box as well. Great. So does anyone have any questions about sleep, emotions, stress management as well?
Just wanted to say, you know, all the sort of captions that come up with all the writing on, can we print those out?
Yeah, that is not a problem. I can send that through. That's absolutely fine.
Oh, okay. So we don't just go back onto this and we can print different bits out?
I think it's probably easier if it's just on a standard PowerPoint or a PDF, because if you try and print from a video, it might just jump forward and obviously not have a still.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'd be interested to, because I can't write it down quick enough. So.
No worries. Is there anything in particular you want me to go over again?
No, I'd just like to read through it again, really, and it just takes a while to sink in. So
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I'd like to sort of, yeah, if I can, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Is there any other emotions that aren't particularly under the branch of, well, the umbrella of stress? Because obviously I did speak more about the tension and the anxiety that people might have, but it may be that others are feeling alone, or mixed emotions, just unsettled, or anything like that, grievances. Yeah, dealing with grief. Great. So dealing with grief, I personally would say lavender is amazing for dealing with grief, to have those calming and almost solace time to really reflect on what may have happened, or who or what you're grieving for. Clary Sage is one that I have personally liked to use, because not only has it helped me to stop being so overwhelmed, it settles and really does ground me a bit more than the calming kind of notion of lavender. So those are the two that I love to use. Obviously, if you are grieving, you also do want to feel uplifted and have an emotion of, I wouldn't say happiness. You want to feel an emotion that is more in tune with the others around you if they're not grieving. So citrus oils are brilliant to help uplift your spirits and really get you out of the rut that you may be in, and to sorry, my cat has decided to pipe in and say that that citrus oils give you that energy that you may no longer have because you've been grieving, and it is very very time consuming and very emotionally draining to grieve. Yeah, you can also grieve a situation or a place. Yeah, definitely. Same oils used if grieving a situation or a place. Does anyone have any sleep issues? Everyone sleeping okay?
No, I don't.
No.
I sleep terribly. I mean, I the other night, one day last week, I was up to about 5 o'clock. I just couldn't sleep. I ended up having to get up in the night and make a cup of tea and, you know, whatever. Sometimes I have to read, but I just wouldn't sleep for some reason. I don't know why. Yeah,
it was just an odd kind of nothing. It wasn't anything particular on your mind. It was just more an alertness that was still within your body.
Well, I've always got things on my mind.
Yeah. Don't we all?
Yeah, definitely. I don't know. It happens now and again. I don't know. Maybe it's just my age. I don't know. You know. So.
Yeah, sometimes it comes down to age, and especially with females, I've noticed, depending on the time of the year, what kind of season it may be, definitely hormones. Next week, we'll find out so much from Patricia. So, yeah, definitely, if it's coming in those kind of roundabout moments, it could definitely come down to, hormones and just time of the year. I know, in the last couple of days with the clocks changing, just knowing in my head when it should be getting light and just having to readjust and reevaluate when I should be sleeping. So yeah, I definitely find that it is hard, seasonal as well. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just awful. Like sometimes it's just I'm waiting for so long, and I know I feel really tired, and I do like quite a energetic job, so I need my energy, and I just like, and I think that makes it worse because then you start thinking, oh God, I'm not going to be able to do what I should be doing tomorrow, and stuff like that, and then suddenly you feel like overwhelmingly tired, the next night or something, and then I sleep like I did last night. I slept well, but then I wake up feeling really tired still. Yeah,
definitely. Do you have oils near your bed? Like, is there anything that you try to focus on when you're in that moment of just, oh, not again, I'm still awake,
Yeah, I have my diffuser going, so I put 2 drops each of lavender, air balance, and peppermint normally, or spearmint if I haven't got the peppermint. Yeah, I think I need to take those pills, definitely.
Yeah, they are a godsend. And Anais introduced me to the Serenity pills, and my husband and I swear by them. They're amazing. You're so alert in the morning, and you have had a rested sleep. And like Anais was saying earlier, it's not that you're having a longer sleep, but you're going into that REM state where you can actually rest and recoup, which is lovely.
Yeah. I do play very sort of soft music at night because I thought that might help. Just like if you look on YouTube, there's loads of kind of de-stressing and all that sort of thing, sort of music, and I play that. So I kind of like try to focus on that rather than thinking about all the other things that I think about and you shouldn't be thinking about, So, but still, sometimes it's just like, I just don't sleep. It's just terrible. And I've never been like that, funnily enough. I've always slept all right.
Yeah.
Only over, I don't know, I'd say it's actually worse the last year or two, I think.
Yeah.
So,
I think this year I think a lot of us, if not all of us, have had so much on our mind that, of course, that could easily disrupt your sleep. And even thoughts that you may think aren't even there could just be niggling away and, again, just not be helping you get into that restful state. So, yeah, I would definitely suggest, like Anais said, the Serenity soft gels would be amazing. Yeah, whatever you do, don't bite them, because I wanted to test it out one time, and it's not worth it. It's just not worth
They're horrible.
It's a lot of lavender. It's a powerful lavender. It's like you've kind of swallowed bath water almost.
Really?
So soft gels are not meant to be bitten. Whatever you do, they are not a sweet.
So do you just take them with water?
Yeah, I normally take mine half an hour before I plan to go to bed. So that way they're in my system and I don't have a lot of water kind of swishing around my stomach as well. They help you rest like incredibly. It's so lovely.
Oh, right. Okay, well, I'll get on my order then for next month.
Yeah, do it.
Okay, great. Thanks.
Does anyone else have any questions before we wrap up?
Yep, that's it. Thanks.
Great. Well, as Anais said, this presentation can be sent to you, and otherwise it will be Women's Health and Hormones next week with Patricia. So thanks for coming, everyone. Hope to see you next week.
Yep, thanks very much.
Thank you.
Thanks very much. Bye.
Bye.